All right, so get ready, because today we're diving deep into a place that I think is going to surprise a lot of people. We're talking Bangladesh. And to guide us on this journey, we have, basically our Bible for this deep dive is Discover Bangladesh, a comprehensive travel guide to nature, history, and culture. And we're going to try to unpack some of the highlights of this gem of a book.
Yeah, and I think what's really interesting is that Bangladesh is often overlooked on the global travel map. But this book, man, it reveals a country that's just bursting with vibrant culture, breathtaking landscapes, and honestly, a history that will just leave you wanting to learn more.
Okay, so before we get ahead of ourselves, though, let's just start with some of the basics. Chapter 1 paints a picture of Bangladesh that really grabbed my attention. I mean, I knew it was on the Bay of Bengal, right? But the fact that, like, geographically, most of the country is a delta, and not just formed by, one or two, but three major rivers, the Ganges, Brahmaputra, and Meghna. That's kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of geographical fact that explains so much about the country, right? It explains why rivers are just so deeply intertwined with every aspect of Bangladeshi life. They're not just just a scenic backdrop. They really are the arteries of the nation,
Yeah.
shaping everything from, agriculture to transportation to even their cultural identity.
And speaking of that cultural identity, the book, goes into this whole historical tapestry of Bangladesh, touching upon, you've got Mughal rule, British colonialism, and then that, pivotal fight for independence in 1971.
Yeah, and understanding that history, it adds so much depth to to your travel experience.
Yeah.
Especially when you visit places like the Liberation War Museum, which is in Dhaka. It's a reminder of the resilience of the people and honestly the complexities of their past.
Okay, so we've got the geography, we got the history, but what about like the vibes,
Hmm.
The book really emphasizes this vibrant energy of Bengali culture, music, the literature, the handicrafts. This just seems like there's a richness there that's just like waiting to be explored.
Totally. And it's not even just about the traditional arts either, right? It's also about the everyday interactions,
Mm.
the warmth of the people, the way they celebrate their heritage. I mean, just imagine like walking through a bustling market in Dhaka, right? You got the aroma of spices filling the air, the sounds of laughter and bartering like swirling around you. I mean, that's the essence of Bengali culture, just a total sensory feast for the soul.
Oh man, you're making me want to book a flight right now. But before I get too carried away, let's talk about some of the more practical stuff. What about like visas, language, currency, all those, essential travel details?
Yeah, the book actually lays it all out really clearly. As far as visas go, most nationalities will need one. So you'll want to, check the specific requirements for your purpose of visit. The official language is Bengali, but English is spoken in major cities and tourist areas.
Okay, but I bet learning even just a few basic Bengali phrases would go a long way,
Oh,
right?
totally. It shows respect. It opens doors to those genuine cultural exchanges that honestly just make travel so rewarding. You'd be surprised how much a simple hello or thank you in Bengali can brighten someone's day and, make your experience that much more meaningful.
So what about money matters? Like what's the currency situation like there?
Yeah, so the Bangladeshi taka is the official currency. While credit cards are accepted in some places, cash is king, especially for smaller purchases and, markets and transportation.
Got it. Now I'm curious about the best time to visit. Like, does the book offer any insights on like the ideal season for travel?
It
Yeah.
does. It actually breaks down the seasons and what you can expect from each one. So if you're looking for the most pleasant weather, winter from December to February is definitely peak season. You'll have sunshine, comfortable temperatures, but expect higher prices and more crowds.
Makes sense. What if I'm looking to maybe avoid some of those crowds and experience like a different side of Bangladesh?
Well, spring from March to May offers a pretty unique perspective. You've got blooming flowers, vibrant landscapes, but the temperatures do start to climb, especially down
Yeah.
south. You might also consider autumn from September to November. It's a pleasant transition time. Yeah. A little bit milder weather, fewer tourists.
So those are good like shoulder season options for those who don't mind a bit of heat. But what about summer?
Summer in Bangladesh. So that's June to August, and it's monsoon season. Now, while it might not be ideal for, outdoor adventures and things like that, it is a time for vibrant festivals like Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. Just imagine experiencing those celebrations firsthand, witnessing the cultural richness and traditions of Bangladesh.
Now that's an experience you wouldn't get during, peak tourist season. Okay, so we've got like this good overview of Bangladesh, but let's dive into some specifics. Chapters 2 and 3 take us to Dhaka, the capital city. And it sounds like we're in for like a double feature.
Exactly. The book paints this fascinating picture of Dhaka as like two cities in one. You've got historic Dhaka, also known as Old Dhaka, and then modern Dhaka with areas like Gulshan and Banani, so you experience this kind of like the historical weight of the past alongside the dynamism of like a rapidly developing city.
Okay, two sides of the same coin. Let's start with the history then. What treasures are we going to find hidden in Old Dhaka?
Well, just imagine walking through those like narrow winding streets of Old Dhaka,
Well,
the scent of spices and street food just like filling the air. You'll stumble upon these architectural marvels like Laba Fort, for example, a Mughal-era fortress with just like intricate details and a story just like etched into its very walls. The tomb of Prince Azam Shah is a highlight, a testament to the grandeur of a bygone era. And then there's Asan Manzil, the Pig Palace, which is just stunning. Like a beautiful example of Indo-European architecture. It's a place where you can just almost feel the presence of the Nawabs, who once resided there during British rule.
man, it sounds like a history lover's dream.
Yeah.
But I'm also intrigued by just like the energy of Old Dhaka. Like, what's it like to really experience the city's heartbeat?
Oh, it's like, it's sensory overload, honestly, but in the best possible way. The book recommends hopping on a rickshaw, weaving through those bustling streets, the sights, the sounds, the smells. It's just like washing over you. It's like this chaotic symphony of urban life that honestly will leave you exhilarated and wanting more. And of course, no trip to Old Dhaka is complete without indulging in the street food.
Okay, now you're speaking my language. Tell me more about the street food. What should we be on the lookout for?
Oh, get ready for like a full-on culinary adventure. The book raves about the biryani, a fragrant rice dish that's just like a staple in Bangladesh. And you can't miss the shingara, savory pastries filled with spiced potatoes and peas. It's the kind of food that just makes you want to like slow down, savor every bite, and just appreciate the simple pleasures of life.
Dude, I'm already drooling. And for the adventurous shopper, I hear there's a market that's a must visit.
Oh yeah, Sidargat, the largest market in Dhaka. It's like this labyrinthine maze of stalls selling everything you can imagine. It's not for the faint of heart, but for those who love to haggle, discover hidden treasures, and just, totally immerse themselves in local life. It's a must-do.
Okay, so we've explored the history, the cultural richness of Old Dhaka, but now let's fast forward to modern Dhaka. What kind of experience awaits us there?
Okay, so picture this. Towering skyscrapers, sleek shopping malls, this palpable energy that just like pulsates through the streets. It's a world of modern amenities, cosmopolitan flair, stark contrast to the historical charm of Old Dhaka.
It's like two completely different worlds existing side by side. Are there any like green spaces where you can escape the hustle and bustle?
Yeah, the book highlights Gulshan Lake Park, kind of like a serene oasis in the heart of modern Dhaka. Just imagine like strolling along the lake shore, the city skyline is your backdrop, finding a moment of peace amidst the urban sprawl.
Okay, a little bit of tranquility is always welcome in a big city. Now, I'm curious about the shopping. Like, did the book mention any standout malls?
They did. They highlight Jamuna Future Park, which is one of the largest malls in South Asia. It's a shopper's paradise, really, with a mix of international brands and local boutiques.
Sounds like a tempting detour, but, let's not forget about the cultural side. Are there any, like, museums or art spaces worth checking out?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The National Museum of Bangladesh offers like a really comprehensive journey through the country's history and heritage. So it's a chance to like delve deeper into what we've been discussing, see artifacts and exhibits that just like bring those stories to life. And then for art enthusiasts, there's the Bangladesh Shilpakala Academy, which hosts exhibitions and performances. So you get to see like the contemporary art scene of Bangladesh.
And of course, we can't forget the Liberation War Museum, powerful reminder of Bangladesh's, struggle for independence.
Right. A poignant reminder of the nation's past and the sacrifices that were made to achieve freedom. It really does add like another layer of understanding and appreciation for the resilience of the people.
Wow, Dhaka alone sounds like it could fill an entire trip. But we're just getting started. Chapter 4 takes us deep into the Sundarbans. And, immediately it evokes images of like majestic royal Bengal tigers, right? But is it really all about the tigers?
Well, the tigers are definitely like, the iconic symbol. The book does a great job of highlighting the ecosystem as a whole. I mean, we're talking the world's largest mangrove forest, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's a testament to the interconnectedness of nature.
So paint a picture for us. What else can we expect to encounter in this incredible landscape?
Okay, imagine this. You're cruising through a maze of waterways, right? The dense mangrove forests are just rising up from the water's edge. You might spot crocodiles lurking in the shallows, dolphins leaping through the waves, uh, over 260 species of birds soaring overhead. Yeah, I mean, it's just paradise for nature enthusiasts, a place where you can just disconnect from the modern world and just immerse yourself in the raw beauty of nature.
It sounds breathtaking. So how does one actually experience the Sundarbans? Is it a national park where you drive around?
No, not quite. The book really emphasizes responsible travel and eco-tours as like the best way to experience this fragile ecosystem. So
Yeah.
you'll need permits, experienced guides to navigate the waterways, and honestly, to ensure your safety too. This is an adventure, not a casual stroll. It requires respect
Okay.
for the environment and the creatures that inhabit it.
Makes sense. You don't want to stumble into tiger territory unprepared.
Speaking of which, how do they handle like safety in a place like that? I'm assuming there were precautions in place to like minimize any risks. Oh, absolutely. Safety is paramount, and the guides are trained to navigate the Sundarbans responsibly, minimizing the risk of encounters with dangerous wildlife. You'll be in the hands of experts who know the terrain, the behavior of the animals, ensuring a safe and unforgettable experience.
Okay, I'm feeling reassured. Now I'm picturing myself strolling along a pristine beach. Which brings us to chapter 5, Cox's Bazaar. This place boasts the world's longest natural sea beach, right? A mind-boggling 120 kilometers of coastline.
It's remarkable, honestly. It's a sight to behold. Just imagine, like, strolling along this seemingly endless stretch of sand. The waves are crashing gently against the shore, the salty breeze in your hair. It's the kind of place where you can truly disconnect, unwind, and let the rhythm of the ocean wash away your worries.
It sounds idyllic. But beyond simply lounging on the beach, what other activities can you enjoy in Cox's Bazaar? Is it like a surfer's paradise or more of a laid-back beach town vibe?
Well, the book describes it as a destination that caters to, both relaxation and adventure. So for surfers, there are breaks for all levels, with the monsoon season